We as human beings, we all have brains. We need them every day to perform our activities, to think, and well, we really need a healthy brain just to be able to do that. We need to find out if at these times our brain is healthy or is it rather unhealthy in the manner that we live.
When we think of brain health, we think of all those aspects which need to be taken care of in order to ensure that each human being is in a state of well-being, both in terms of their physical health but also their mental health. So to us, they are very closely related, both brain health and mental health.
So good health relates to this capacity for us to realize our own abilities and capacities, and to optimize our functioning, our cognitive and emotional and psychological functioning. So brain health is related to that. And on the other hand, we have conditions that emerge from some problems or disruptions in normal brain growth or development or functioning. And as we also know, they can be manifested in problems from developmental disorders to epilepsy or dementia or any other mental health condition. And so it is definitely something very important.
We live in a society where we are being confronted with a lot of issues on social media, digitalization, but also on getting connected with other people. In normal daily life, we need real life contact. We really do. We can't perform without it. We also need the activities to feel healthy. We need to be able to go outside, to walk, do the things that we like to do. Yet again, we feel a lot of pressure.
It is also important to highlight, for example, how stress affects the brain. We all know that stress affects not only cognitive functions such as memory or any other areas, but also affects the mood, anxiety, and it also can have other effects also in health. And so if you show these connections, people will stop having all these misconceptions or preconceptions and actually have this idea that, well, if you don't work harder it's because you are lazy. No, we cannot control the limits of some certain functions that are controlled by our brain.
The physiological aspect of the brain is closely impacted by our emotional well-being. We have seen through research that actual physical scans of our brains do show up any emotional and mental health issues that a person might have, such as PTSD. We know that abuse in childhood has also shown up in the configuration of the brain. There is no doubt that the two are very closely related, and therefore taking care of the one would mean protecting the other.
Recognizing mental health conditions as brain health conditions helps to show that these conditions are real. It emphasizes that mental health conditions can be treated and managed like any physical health condition. This in turn helps reduce stigma. It also encourages people to engage with evidence-based information and take care of their brain like any other organ in their body.
I would like to get a healthier brain, and I feel that my environment is not really helping me. With overcrowded cities, climate pollution, I'm missing a lot of animals around me and trees, and it's not like I want to live in a forest, not at all, but I don't want to live in a polluted society.
In actual fact, I don't think there is enough information, first and foremost, about mental health, but probably even less about brain health. So I presume that advocating on a European level needs to probably start with raising much more awareness, especially with the policymakers and with the decision makers, about how important our brain health is, and both to the mental health and the physical well-being.
Today, the brain is an organ that is still widely misunderstood. We need more funding into brain research to find the right treatment for mental health conditions and gain a better understanding of the mechanisms at play.
Definitely on a European level, issues related to pollution and related to urban planning, which is very important to Malta, would be important areas to touch upon if people are to be supported in taking care of their brain health and also of their mental health.
We believe that seeing mental health as a brain health condition can help people feel less responsible for their mental health conditions. It is not due to their own mind, behavior, weakness, character, but due to a dysfunction of the brain caused by a multitude of environmental and genetic factors. This can encourage more individuals with mental health conditions to seek help.
Maybe we'll be able to fight stigma and that still prevails in mental illness, because it's still related to the idea that we have to control, or is a weakness of our personality, or a personal weakness, and not something that is actually related to some deficits in the brain, or some problems, or something that's going on that's not working that well as in other parts of the body. And if we kind of contribute to this parity between physical health and mental health understanding, we definitely will be promoting a great advance for better health, better social health, better community health, better world in the end, I believe.